Hello! More Starvaders. We're back at it with another run. Um, Yesterday we had a run with Sura. It ended up doing some pretty ridiculous things with Linkify. Turns out if you can go through the fight long enough to and cast Linkify a million times, your entire deck just becomes free and you can draw infinite cards. Mittens helped with that. The all-star of the deck definitely was Hydrate, which when we really started going off was able to have repeat for 3x, 9x, 10x, and it just let us recast all of our spells every single time we got to it again, which was pretty nice. Spellslinger did its job pretty nicely. Multipass was awesome. I think Exorcist really saved our ass in one of the World 3 fights that really was starting to look hairy. All in all, just a very solid deck. Yeah, Sura is one of my favorites. I had a very good time on her. We got Shun, Roxy, Sura that we cannot play. If you have been enjoying these videos and want to see more of them, well, please consider subscribing and liking the video. In the meantime, I'm going to get started on the next run. Let's see who we roll today. Garu. Okay, it's been a hot minute, but pretty excited to try him again. The last time I think I lost on him. Mostly because of carelessness and just arrogance. I remember me biting off way more than I could chew with him. Oh, quick cast, but it's got mirror. That's interesting. Just basically with that we get to put a bomb anywhere on the board, which is pretty nice. I think we'll pick that up and try it. That just sounds good. Yeah. We could also haunt bombs with this, but you can Nova Control, quick cast, Nova Control into haunt it and then sacrifice it immediately. That could be kind of nice. Yeah, everything else here I think is just fairly strong. I'm not sure, honestly, about Witchhammer on Garu, because the turrets are it's kind of expensive to maintain too many of them all at once. Oof, I don't know, but it is good output. This is tough. This is tough for sure. An Arcane into the Fray would be kind of tempting. Getting a little bit of mana discount on an already pretty good move that also reduces spell cooldown. Maybe I should just pick up Into the Fray. I think it's gonna get us places for sure. Okay. This one, I think we're pretty safe to pick up. The only real threat here are the airships, but we should be able to deal with them fairly easily. And having that, picking up the spell this early is going to be very helpful, for sure. That is difficult. I do not know how exactly to handle this. I think I'll do that, yeah. This gives us a pretty good way to snipe both of these next turn after killing at least one other fella. Oh no. Hold on. Yeah, I can do this, I guess. Yeah, I can kill this guy. Quick cast, haunt this bomb. Blast fire hits. That now gets us an extra 4,000 bucks. Then yeah, we can probably figure the rest of this out pretty easily. let us take care of this Rocketeer Plus pretty handily. Yeah, the Rocketeers are even offering to do it for us, which is very nice of them. This, yes, this will kill that guy. We'll do this. Cool. We are safe, I think. Good. Alright. Decent payout here. Pretty happy about that. Exhume, huh? Do not hate Exhume at all. We can think of it as a, like, mana generator, if nothing else. Except it also could have some, like, pretty nice synergies with... if we do pick up Toy Gunner, this would, like, instantly win us the game. Yeah, Exhume works particularly well on Garu because the turrets will naturally start to cost, like, 2 to 3 mana later in the game, and just being able to generate 3 mana with it on demand is going to be pretty nice. The other option here being Bind Soul, which is also okay. I think I'm going to try out Exhume on Garu and just see how it feels. I've always had that kind of theory in my own head until now, but I've never really put that into practice yet. Okay, this node really scares me, much as I would like to go in there. Maybe I still should go in there. Just having 3 spells going into this first bit is going to be nice, but... Webbed is also pretty bad. And, like, the Rocketeers don't make your life that easy. Why do I get the feeling that both of these nodes just means death? I'm too afraid to go into them. I'm actually gonna reroll here, even though the results, the rewards aren't that bad. Oh god. Maybe I can live this, you know? Maybe I'm the fool who is capable of doing something like that. Let's do that. Oh, I forgot, these fellas are... Okay, now I just need to kill both of these, and life should be good. We did manage to live through that, which can be a pretty terrifying tile under the wrong conditions, which I'm very glad for. Slash or Attract? I honestly think we just pick up Attract here. Although Slash could be pretty nice for a lot of reasons. I guess Slash with Into the Stray isn't too bad. Slash with us being able to haunt our bombs really easily is also kind of nice. You know, let's try out Slash, actually. Let's give Slash a shot. I think it's got potential. Oh, geez. Spellslinger is actually just huge. Let's pick up Spellslinger here. Being able to pick up this quick cast over and over again is going to be sick. So will be, and like getting into the fray is also great. And what else to pick up? Oh, hold on. Quick Draw is actually kind of sick because, yeah, when we've gone through both the quick cast and Into the Fray, we can like shuffle it back into the deck with Quick Draw to then draw them again with Spellslinger. I think that could be kind of sick. Let's do that. Let's try that out. cooldowns for that there, but let's quick draw here. Killing both of these is going to be pretty good. Also kill that guy. Having access to that quick draw over and over again has just been pretty nice, which I can appreciate. Yeah, just following the usual script where I try to hit the echoes as much as I possibly can. Getting them out of the way is gonna really help take the pressure off us, like, during this fight. And it's also going to, it's also gonna give us a pretty decent chunk of change, which I do not hate at all. We could really use more ways to spawn, like, minions. Or just, like, attacks that don't actually involve us. Yeah, an attack that doesn't involve us sacrificing summons might also be kind of nice, for what it's worth. We're still gonna be fine as it stands, but this has been getting pretty hairy here and there. Spellslinger has not been used yet this turn, so... Oh, hell. Both of these should also get hit here. Let's do that. Oh, that actually used up Spellslinger. That's not what I necessarily wanted to happen. That's gonna hit both of these guys. Good. Oh, that will kill my guy. That's unfortunate. I could have just killed him right there. I should have. We are gonna make it out of this fight, although not as rich or... Yeah, not as rich as I would have liked. Okay, focus on the bottom card. Nope, does not work. Retrospector is fine, but... Is this a... Oh, actually, this might be a Blast Legion angle. Blast Legion actually sounds really sick. Yeah, Blast Legion sounds awesome. I think Blast Legion solves all the problems we've been talking about so far, where, like, I've always felt that I don't have enough summons to sacrifice with Blast Fire. It's been kind of difficult to make use of quick casting on the Nova controls over and over. Well, now, With Blast Legion, all my bombs will turn into summons for me to sacrifice with Slash and Blast Fire. I think not knowing that I would get Blast Legion, taking Slash here instead of the Attract was actually a pretty big mistake. That put a lot of pressure on our deck that we had to get bailed out of, but it's going to end up working out here. Blast Legion, just a really strong artifact. Do we have what it takes to take on a node like this? You know what, why not? Let's give it a shot. I've died to hubris a bunch of times before, I'm sure it'll work out this time. At this point, these two hold, by the way, are just like absolutely atrocious. I am at this point just kind of praying that we're gonna have enough output to figure this out, but let's get that guy. That. I don't kill this too. Can still make this work, but yeah, that was a pretty big blunder. Wasted a mana there for like no reason. We should be fine at this juncture. Oh god, I forgot they had that one. Yikes. I forgot Doom Ritual was a thing here. That's really bad. Gotta take care of this now, I think. I guess we weren't actually completely screwed because we're gonna be fine. Get doomed from that, that's chill. Maybe I didn't actually need to use that Chrono Token. I do not know. I don't know for 100% sure. I definitely do need to use a Chrono Token for this though because of how foolish I was. Jesus. Going down 2 Chrono Tokens here is like absolutely horrendous. Okay, that was a tough pile. Hopefully we get something really good as a reward to like compensate for it. Flare gun? Flare gun could be kind of heat. Backpacks. Maybe backpack is just way too good though. It does a lot of really good things for us. Let's just pick a backpack. These 3 cards that it gives us are fantastic. Okay, I think if we go to that exact same tile but now there's Aegis Invaders, we're just straight up going to die, but maybe these 3s could give us an edge there. I'm not sure. Ugh. Do I want to tempt fate again? I think that's way too much. Let's just live, man. Let's just live. I don't think that's too much to ask. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little 1-2 here. Quick cast. Go here. Do this. Double cast on the quick draw is actually kind of sick because, yeah, then we do this. And, then we can do that to just take the mana off of that. Then we're cooking. Then we're doing stuff. It's nice. Kill that guy too. I think we can just do this real quick to kill the Time Angel. Pretty nice. Definitely need to do that and then we'll kill this guy. Easy peasy. Do this, cancel twice, then we wait for next turn to just kill him. It's pretty easy. Okay, that gave me some confidence back in the deck. What then? Stardust? A lot of things in this deck could benefit pretty well from a +1 repeat. Yeah, Garu's not as good at dealing with junk as Gunners, if you'll believe it, because he doesn't have the access to the thing that they usually have access to, which is like the ability to just burn the excess stuff. Do I just pick up Stardust here? Stardust might just be fine. Let's pick up a Stardust. I don't hate it. I do not hate it at all. Okay, what now? We could just remove some cards, honestly. I don't hate getting rid of some of the steps here. Because, yeah, Nemesis doesn't really inspire anything incredible in me. It might be fine, though, honestly. Just having more output turn on turn, I feel like it probably isn't going to be bad. Let's just pick up Nemesis, honestly. I'm going to be okay with that. Pick this up. Yeah, Mega Blob's gonna be a tough fight, but I feel strangely okay with it. Yeah, this will let us do our thing, reduce the spell cooldown a little bit while also getting out the most damage we can against this aggro, which is something I'm really happy about. We should be able to kill one of the Echoes next turn. But, yeah. That's perfect. That puts me in position to... Oh, okay. Pull this up. Pop this fella. I think this might be enough. Yes, 6,000. 6,000 elites. Let's haunt this one. Use this to save a little bit of mana, and then yeah, we can just do this. We're still looking okay here, although that might be a little tough with this particular turn. Thing. Go here. Kill this. Oh, I guess with this, with Exhume, we can actually make more and more copies of Quick Cast in our deck. Maybe that can count for something. Let's do this and let the bomb count down. Yeah, I feel pretty safe about how this is going to go at this point. Usually a pretty good sign that things are going to go okay, but again, I always stress this, but I have done my fair share of underestimating the perils that this game is capable of throwing at you, so I make it a point to not get too overconfident if I can help it. Oh yeah, of course, that's not how that works. Yeah, just not gonna make it too complicated. Lunchbox, pencil. That'll take care of those two. Alright, what are we working with here? Repeater could be kind of sick. We got multiple ways of giving repeat. We got Lunchbox, we got Stardust. Yeah, like, adding an extra repeat to all of those could be kind of awesome. Is there anything else that does that? That might just be good enough, honestly. Yeah, I don't think we're in a position to take Tracer rounds, and Jingle Bells, I've fully gone off of Jingle Bells as far as, like, it being ever a useful card. It's actually so sad how, like, it works poorly with cards like Stardust, which are, like, set up to be a part of its pack. Because guess what? If you have Stardust and you take Jingle Bells, you're going to end up with 3 separate bells in your deck. The Sun Bell, the Moon Bell, and the Junk Bell. Once you draw Stardust with one of them, the other 2 become blanks until you draw Stardust again. It's actually crazy how, like, unbelievably bad this Spell's artifact is. I'm legit, like, just sad. I'm just sad for Jingle Bells. Anyways, we're gonna take Repeater. It's not exceptional, but I think it's good enough for us to take. And you know what? Yeah, let's Let's upgrade some of these fellas. I don't hate that. Oh yeah, this is looking to be a toughie. Tough customer kind of situation. You know what, yeah, actually, Exhume to put 2 of those into the ecosystem. Interesting. The Echo had a clear shot on me. I wonder why he didn't shoot. That is strange. I didn't see the bomb that landed there. We're gonna be fine. Oh, quick draw with... You know what? Yeah, risky quick draw is actually gonna be sick here. It works off of Repeater. It's already like one of the strongest cards in our deck, I think. Especially when we give it just like 1 or 2 repeat. It's gonna be awesome. I actually feel like we can afford to reroll here just to look for a slightly better reward, but no dice, huh? That's okay. I do want to keep 3 reroll tokens going to this final shot, so even though I'm not too happy about what's happening here, I will not be rerolling. And I think I'll just be doing this. Let's do this. Quick little sacrificing. Okay. We've managed to neutralize most of the invaders that came out early in the round, so I suspect we're gonna be okay. Okay. With that, we are doing okay. Just peachy, some would even say. Let's go here, triple cast on the quick draw. Oh, I forgot we don't have a summon. That's actually kind of huge. Put that there just so that we can assassinate the Time Angel a little, somewhat reliably with this. Okay, Stardust. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye. Okay, Raise Army. Raise Army with no summon limit. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Hold on. That's kind of wild. Yeah, let's take that. I don't even know if it's like optimal, but it just sounds fun, so that's what we're doing. Shining Star is great. Pea Shooter is also great, so we'll pick that up as well. Did we pick up Witch Hammer? You know what, actually. I think I'll actually be picking up Alchemize here just to help us prune the deck a little bit. I think we could use some help getting rid of like maybe 2 of the steps and I don't know. Ah, screw it. Let's just pick up Witch Hammer as well. I don't know. I'm playing a little loosey-goosey today. There are some... I think, like, if I were to play entirely just to optimize my win rate, I might have made some choices a little bit differently, but I'm okay. I'm okay with the way things are right now. Do this. Do us. We're chill. We're good. Yeah. Witch Hammer in a case like this might be a little bit dubious. Since this here. Do this. Kill that fella. Oh, man. Who'd be doing that? See? Let's do this. Let's raise our army. That puts one of these fellas on every single row because we don't have a summon one. Which, by the way, is pretty beautiful, I think. Oh my god, that's so... 1, 2, 3... 4... Yeah, we will unfortunately eat another drunk here because I was pretty careless and walked into the line of fire for that guy. But I do think we're still gonna be okay. Why don't we do this 4 times? Oh, there goes that again, which, hold on. Oh, but how about... No, I think that's a little too silly. I don't know if you were thinking what I was thinking, but some part of me was contemplating just making a whole row of the Omsword fun. I bet that would have been awesome. Let's go here. Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that, but yeah, let's just raise army. Blast Legion really is just awesome in like the best way possible. We are gonna have a few off turns here because of all the junk I accumulated, which is not exactly ideal, but whatever. We'll cope with it. I'm gonna need to step it up a little bit because the Kraken is getting pretty damn close to being here. I don't think I've ever putted this close against the Kraken before, which is a... Some would say that's a pretty bad sign. And I'd say, yeah, you know what? You're probably right. That does not sound very good at all. Let's get him with one of these. I think we're still gonna make it, but it's looking kind of dubious, to put it lightly. Oh, yeah, not enough. Not enough mana there. Just take it easy. Put this fella here. That will finish the fight. We're cutting a little close. Maybe, yeah, my poor shot decisions might be coming back to bite me. My deck is a little bit too inconsistent for my taste, and that might actually trip us up against the Overseer. Against the Kraken, you still have some leeway for like having off turns, but like this first phase, especially, really punishes you for not being able to respond well to threats all around the board. That's bad. That's really bad. I guess we can do this at least. Right? 2, 3. This guy. Here. Gotta deal with this fella too, but... Oh. Damn. That is awful. Hit this guy. Let's do that. Yeah, really need to get rid of those pronto. Then I think yeah, we can comfortably do that. Okay, that's good. It's a good start here. So many junk and unnecessary things too. Not a fan of what's happening at all. Does that just kill me? I think that just killed me. I needed to not do that. Ugh. Alright. Still, I do feel that... Unfortunately, we just gotta do this here. Which is not something that I necessarily love doing, but... Let's kill this guy, at least. Hold on, are we just dead this turn? We could be. That might be way too much to deal with here. Oh, hold on. This might be able to help. Okay, that's gonna get us very, very barely into the next phase. That was extremely scary. Holy. Let's draw 3 of these. Yeah, I'm afraid maybe the right call was just to... not do this silly stuff that I ended up doing and instead just... I feel like I should have just removed a bunch of like bad cards from my deck, or even just picked up Alchemize. That card probably would have helped a lot. But yeah, just having access to actually good cards in my deck a little bit more often would have gone a very long way too. This turn. Alright. Yeah, this really does not look flattering at all, does it? I'm sure that getting rid of these junks will help us out quite a bit, but yeah, coping with all this pressure is still taking its toll on me. One, two, okay, that's all the junk out of the deck for now, which I think is going to be very helpful. That said, though, I am gonna need... I could have sworn I don't know. I could have sworn I selected this guy for it instead of... Does, Raise Army does not target. It sacrificed the Haunted Summon. Not exactly what I thought it did. It should at least get us into the next phase. Again, I don't feel so sure about our prospects into the next bits, but... still doing okay. We're still doing alright. If you'll believe me. Let's cash in on this triple quick draw real quick. I think that's going to be very helpful. Here. We'll go these two. And then, you know what? I think we deserve a small break. Let's take a turn here and just let this guy channel up some Doom. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. And that killed that guy too. This guy, kill this guy, moving forward a little bit too, because why not, and then we'll do that. These three. That's lunchbox. Let's kill this. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we just gotta kill both of these. Might be a little bit easier said than done, but we're gonna try. I can't believe it. This deck might actually be about to get this done. That's kind of crazy. Let's just do that. I think this works the way I want it to. Yeah, that's 5x. This should, like, 100,000% wipe all of this out. Like, worst case scenario, we still have access to the gunner assist. Looks like it won't be necessary, because there's only 2 hearts left. Bye-bye. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. I had some pretty close calls there with death. Pretty glad I yeah, I think dying on some of the previous Garu runs has really made me a lot more cautious about like taking the like really ridiculously difficult tiles. So let's do a quick deck debrief here. Some standout cards for today was the Mirror Quick Cast here. Like, it ended up doing quite a lot with Nova Control, especially when you combine it with Blast Legion. We were able to like very reliably just make a bomb, sacrifice it, make a bomb, sacrifice it, do it again, do it again. That let us take care of some like pretty troublesome threats throughout the game. Pretty happy with how Blast Legion performed this time. Quick Draw, just like constantly showing how powerful it can be when you give it like any amount of repeats. We combine it with Stardust, we combine it with Lunchbox, and when it has Risky, that also helped. Yeah, Repeater was fine, so was Pea Shooter. Kind of not proud of this shopping spree I went on towards the end of everything, of like buying this. I think this Witch Hammer was especially kind of dubious because our deck can't very consistently assemble the board state where we can like raise an army. So sometimes it's just stuck in our hand without us being able to do anything. In those spots, we kind of relied on Exhume to like bail us out, which not the best feeling in the world. Still, I don't think I played optimally, but a win is a win, and I'm pretty proud of that. So we're gonna call it a day there. Yeah, I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you had fun watching this run. that's going to do it for now. I'll see you tomorrow for another run. Bye!